What's going on, future entrepreneurs? Today we're about to talk about Onpassive. We're going to take a journey down the road of Onpassive. I kind of talked about it in my last video. If you hadn't watched it, go ahead and watch like the last 10 to 15 minutes of the last video I made on yesterday, and you'll see I was talking about Onpassive at the end of that video. And as you can also go back and see, the website has changed, as I was talking about. What they're doing, they're working on AI that's going to be changing that website eventually every day. Right now, I think it's on once per week, and it may change even more after that. But that's going to be one of the things we're going to talk about. But let's go ahead and talk about Onpassive for a second. I have 3 websites that I'm going to be going to, and I'm going to be showing to you, talking to you, and trying to explain things that I understand. There's going to be some things that I don't understand, and if I mess up, I'm just going to try not to talk about those things because I want to make sure I'm clear. I want to make sure you understand me. I don't want to make sure there's any misunderstandings about this particular program, this platform called Onpassive. Now, Onpassive is an AI-powered program. All the tools you're going to see are going to be AI-powered. They have like 20 to 30 programs or tools that you're going to have access to, but it's going to be a tier. You're not going to get them all. You're going to get some for free. You're not going to get them all for free, but you're going to have an introductory product you're going to get for free. I'm not sure which ones those are right now, but there's going to be a certain amount that you get for free, kind of like just trying it out and testing out the system. But let's go ahead and go through the website. And as I said, check out the last video I made at the end of the last video. It's pretty much talking about Onpassive. You can see the website has actually changed. It looks totally different, which is something that's going to be unique with Onpassive and AI. As you can see, AI powered, discover and plan, create with expertise, you design to impress, launch to rule, and this is something else that they offer is website builder. And it's going to be some things I'm going to probably randomly saying as I remember them, because I don't remember everything off the top of my head. I don't really have anything written down in front of me. It's not a script that I'm going off on. Pretty much going off the top of my head, but the information I'll give you. So it may be some things that I just throw out there once we start to go through it and once they start to come back to me. But right now, we're just going to go through the site, and I'm going to be talking about what's on this site. Now, this is the official onpassive.com site that you can check out at any time throughout the day. You can stop the video and go check it out for a second, and you can see what products they offer. Now, think about Onpassive, that you're probably going to see if you do a little bit of research. Onpassive has been around for a couple years. If I'm not mistaken, 4 years, if not a little bit longer. And the reason why they've been around that period of time creating this product, because you can't just create these products tomorrow and have it just launched in that particular phase and have everything working smooth. And they decided, okay, we're not going to launch now. We're going to wait till we have the things where we want them to be, which is going to be running smoothly, at the smoothest we can get them before we launch. And as far as I also understand, they're supposed to be launching this month unless it got pushed back. But I do think they're on path right now, that they're on track to launch this month. It's going to be some products going to be launched this month. It's going to be more products launched like every 90 days, if I'm not mistaken. And as I said, all the products are AI driven, which is something that you see a lot of right now. If you go on YouTube, you just look up AI. You see these AI article writers. You see these AI tools. There's just so many things out there. I saw AI music creators. So there's AI. It seemed like the thing of the future. And this company decided they wanted to take a lot of the things and put them in one bundle or in one location where you don't have to run all over the place. And we're going to go through some of those tools, and also they do have an affiliate program, which you're going to hear about. Some people, one of the websites I have up, a guy seems to think that's an MLM. It's not an MLM-based company. A lot of these companies have a referral program. Because it has a referral program does not mean that it's an MLM company. It just means it's a company that's asking you to share the business with other people. And another thing that I just remembered is the only way you can join this company is going to be through a founder. Someone like myself or someone who's actually already a part of the program. That's the only way you can join. And that's another bonus that you get for being a founder, is what they call it. You probably hear the word founder thrown around a lot. A founder is pretty much one of the people who got in before they actually closed the doors. If you got in, I think that in the last 30 to 60 days, if you got in then, that was before they closed the doors, so they're not accepting any more founders. If you got in before then, you got in the door at pretty much the best, at the perfect time, because it's not going to be too much longer before they launch some of the products. Some of the products aren't even on the website. Some of the products are still being built on. They're still being built out. And there are other programs that they're working on. It's not just the digital platforms. There are going to be other programs as well that's going to be coming out. So it's not just that. They have 4 offices Tell me a company that you know that has 4 offices already established before they even open the doors. Tell me a company that already has over 1 million customers before they open the doors. I don't think there's any. So this company is unique. That's why I don't know if I said it. I think there is a unicorn company because there's so many customers already, which is us, the founders. And once they open up, the only way that you can join, as I said, is through someone like myself or through another founder. And that's something that's very, very important, which means if you're not a founder, and with the people who are the founders, we're going to pretty much get in and get people to come in and join through us, which means since we supported the company, since we believed in the company, then we are rewarded by being able to bring other people in under us. So we're going to be like the ground floor. We're going to be the foundation that's setting the company. So we were rewarded by the owner by only allowing people to join through us. Let's go ahead and get to some of these products, and I'm going to try to make a separate video on all of these products and go through them a little bit more in detail because there's just so many products on the and this is something else I didn't mention in my other video, is they have blog posts almost every single day. If you look at this, there's an article on Pinterest. So it's not just a site with tools, it's a site that has information. And it's an article right here, how to promote your products on Pinterest for free of cost. If you want to read that, just go to unpassive.com and check it out. And they also have other articles as well. Review management services, view your online reputation. And they also have business tools as well. So it's not just network marketing, it's not affiliate marketing. They also have business tools as well. And also you can see up here is AI and ML. I may not go through that right now. But let's just go through a quick review of some of the products which are all AI driven. I know something about some of them, but some of them I don't know a lot about, so I'm not really going to try to speak on a lot of them, except give you a pretty much a brief introduction. As you can see, OStaff, it says automate your organization's administration and recruitment process. OTrim is pretty much a URL shortener. ONet is a social media platform. Now, if you're a founder, which I am, I have access to ONet, I have access to OTrim, and these are some of the, I think those are the ones going to be launched, but I'm not going to say that because I don't know for sure. But we as the founders already have these tools and we've been testing them out behind the scenes. We've just been testing out behind the scenes to get them where they need to be. So OTrim, ONet, pretty much using that. OPost is pretty much their own campaign notification on the go, as you can announce it. OConnect is a video free communication tool. Now, I'm not sure if that means it's going to be kind of like the tool I'm using right now to make this video, which is a video recorder, or it's another type of video communication tool, kind of like the what do you call the one that everyone was using after the pandemic? I forget the name of it. I don't know if it's like that or it's just like a video recorder. So it sounds like it's more like I can't remember the name of the tool. You guys probably know what I'm saying. It's a tool that everyone uses to communicate face to face, and it's like a video communication. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. So it looks like they created one of those as well. Accounting is pretty much an accounting management tool. That's for you if you have a brick and mortar business, even if you have an online business, you still need accounting inventory. Academy is learning a journey to self-discovery. Let me slow down because I'm getting a little bit too excited. Let me kind of slow it down a little bit. I don't want to rush and jump on my words too much. So let me slow down just a second. Okay. Academy is to make learning a journey to self-discovery. So what I think this is going to be like is just me throwing it out there. I think it's going to kind of be like the platforms you see where you can create a learning program and put that learning program here for some people to see. Now, there was a meeting we had because as the founders, we talk to the owner at least once a week where he has a meeting. I can't really say we talk about, but he said he's going to have something that he's going to put inside of that particular program that's pretty much going to blow your mind. And that's something that he's working on personally. That's not anything that we're doing. That's something that he's doing on his own time. So there's Chat, which is pretty much one of those kind of chatbot conversational agent for your business. There's Shop. I think it's kind of like Shopify. Because some of these, if you look at some of these tools, they kind of sound similar, but I think they're different. And they're probably going to find out totally what they're about once they launch. Because sometimes I don't understand everything, but they sound similar, but they're different. So transform the way you do business with world's leading brands. So it may kind of be like Alibaba. I'm not sure it's going to be like, see, it's kind of one of those things where it kind of seems like it may be kind of like Alibaba. And on the other hand, it may also be like Shopify. So it may be that, it may not. It's going to be one of those as far as I can tell. Now, Mail is pretty much, it's very simple. It's an email address, which is another tool that I have access to in the back office. Opere is for the communication to workstation. So it's kind of like one of those, almost like a CRM program, but it may be something. It's one of those tools where you pretty much just go into the site and you communicate with your team. If you have a team that's doing your YouTube videos, you can communicate with your team on Opere. When you log in, you maybe can check their hours. I don't know all the details of that, but it's going to be more and more things coming out with a lot of these tools. Now, even though these tools are being launched, they're still going to be tweaked. They're still going to be upgraded. They're still going to be worked on. They're still going to have customer service. Because trust me, trust and believe when I say on these webinars, we talk about a lot of different things. We're talking about the technical issues. We talked about once we open. We talked about quite a few things. So there's a lot of things we're preparing for that you just can't see and we're not talking about because they don't want to put the information out there just yet. They want to keep it all close to the vest as of right now. So when all of these tools launch, you're going to be absolutely amazed. Tracker is pretty much a kind of like a link tracker, but it says improve your reach to the right audience with an ideal tracker. For me, that kind of sounds like one of those link trackers where you know the address or the IP address and the other information of someone who you're trying to send to a certain link. So I'm not sure if that may be something else, because it also could be inside of the Trim, which is a link sorter. So it should be, I would think those two either going to be working together or they're going to be doing similar things, which is probably going to be not the case. I'm pretty sure it was well thought out there. But Odesk is intuitive and scalable CRM platform, and that's what I kind of thought the Opere was. But it's Odesk. Odesk is going to be the CRM platform. Well, I'm thinking all of your customer information is going to be stored. Domain, as you know, there's a lot of these tools that you even see right here. You're going to see a comparable website, a comparable app, a comparable software that's already there, but they decided to do this because they wanted to change the game. They want to kind of change the market and put these platforms out there with AI-based tools, which makes it a lot easier to use, which gives you the advantage, and you don't have to pay for 100 different programs. If you look at some of these programs, I guarantee you, if you go to the site on passive.com and you check it out, it's going to be at least a couple of these tools that you're probably already using, and you're more than likely going to be overpaying. That's another reason that something else is going to be going over. I mean, I'll just go ahead and say it. Like on the website, the guy talks about how one of the things he don't like is why the price isn't upfront, and the reason why it isn't, it's just me talking, is because if he doesn't want to give you an overpriced price, he wants the price to be reasonable. He also wants the price to be fair. He's not just throwing a number out there. If you get any of these tools, and if you go and you combine any of these tools that you see here, go ahead and do the math on them before they even open their doors. Go ahead and look at all of these tools. Go find a comp to each one of these tools, do the monthly or the yearly cost, and when they open, I guarantee you the price is not going to be the same as that. What they're doing is he's working on make sure that everything is A1, everything is top notch, everything is reasonable, everything is not. It's not going to be like you're going to one of these platforms where you're paying $1,000 a month or you're paying $800. I'm just throwing those numbers out there because I really don't know how much it's going to cost. Like for example, some of these platforms you pay for one tool $1,000 per month, and that's really really high for someone if you're just starting, or if you're still learning, if you're even an intermediate and you're still not making a lot of profit. This is going to be something that's going to help to change the game for new people and also experienced marketers who want to do anything and everything. If you want it all in one place, Onpassive is going to be the tool for you. And I stopped at Odesk. The next one is Domain. You get a domain registration platform, just like you have these other domain registration networks. They have their own domain service. They have Create, which I was talking about earlier, which is you build a website that works for you. And that's I said in my last video, when you come to the Onpassive website, now I'm not sure exactly when it's going to happen. Right now, every single Monday, this website is going to change. It's going to look more different. And I didn't know what to expect because it's my first time checking it out after it's changed, and the whole website has changed. The whole, even the icons have changed. So it wasn't just not the words that changed. It's kind of like it's got a facelift. But what's going to happen is it's going to be powered by AI, and the AI is going to be the one that's updated. And right now, they're still testing and they're still tweaking, and they're going little by little to make sure that everything is working correctly. That's why they're going like right now at 1 week at a time. Eventually, they're going to get to the point to where the AI is going to be changing the face of this website every single day. I want you to think about that for a second. How many platforms can you go to? Just this tool alone. Think about any platform you go to. You can create a website. That website is going to be static. It's not going to change unless you go in and change it. This particular website is going to be powered. But the AI is going to go and it's going to go through your website and it's going to change things every single day. So guess what that means? Your website is going to look different. someone come here today, they're going to come back tomorrow like, man, what is this, the same site? Or, oh, it's the same. Okay, then it's going to be more excitement. It's going to be people going to, I really think this is going to help people to come to your website more often, because they're just going to be excited to see what your website looks like. So that's going to help you to bring more customers to your site, bring more business to your site, to bring more, maybe even residual, depending on what kind of business you have. So that's something else to be excited about. I could probably talk like this for a lot of these tools, but man, it's still exciting times over here in the Unpassive network. Now the next tool on here is Virtual. This is pretty much going to be a VPN. They have their own VPN that they're working on. Commerce. Make the switch to Commerce, enter new possibilities. Now to me, this is going to be the rival to Shopify. It sounds more like a rival to Shopify than and I think the other one is something else. Now Odit says it's capture, edit, and create. So it kind of sounds like one of these tools where I think I have one down here, the snipping tool, which is the comp on Windows, where you can come, you take a picture, you can capture, like you can take a screenshot on your computer, and you can edit and create. Now, one of the things I don't know is if are these going to be on mobile phones? Can you use it on your mobile device? Now, that's one of the questions that I don't know. I guess that's something I can ask in the next webinar that we have, the next time we meet, and I'm on a live stream. I'll ask for these tools be on a mobile device, because that would be absolutely awesome as well. So Odit, and we come down to Omart. Now I thought this would be one of the other ones, so I was wrong on that. So Omart says a reliable B2B and B2C marketplace platform for all of your e-commerce needs. So this one is more like the comp for Alibaba, not the other one. So I was wrong on that one. See, some of these programs, they sound similar, but I'm sure they're different. Right now, I can't distinguish the difference. So if you want to come back and check out the site, go ahead and check it out to see if you can figure it out. But until they launch the product and I actually see what it does, some of these are going to sound similar, but they're not. Bless is pretty much a step forward for a good cause. So it's kind of like a charity where you can come and you can donate to a charity. Now, I don't know the ins and outs of that, but it's still a positive thing. If you have a charity that you have you want to donate to, you go right here. You can come create your website. You can use your VPN. You can use the capture editor. You can come and open your domain. You can create a domain name, so you don't have to go open up all 100 pages like you see I have up here with all these. You're not gonna need all these programs. You come here, you click, you get what you need, you go back. You come here, you click what you need, and you probably won't likely going to go back. Would you rather it that way? Or would you rather look like my website right now, or my browser where I have all of these tabs open with so many different things in them, because it's not all in one place, right? So that's another positive you have. You're going to have all of these tools, and all of these platforms, all of these products, all of these services in one single location. Capture. Now this kind of sounds like Odit, but I'm thinking it's something else. Capture captures images and polishes your video content. So it's more like a video recorder. That's what it sounds like to me. But it does kind of sound similar because it says it captures images. This one says it captures, edits, and creates. And this one says pretty much capture the thing. So it's except it publishes the video content. So it looks like it's a little bit of different, but not too much. Traffic. This is going to be real traffic, real data, real results. So I know there's a lot of traffic platforms out there. There's even one right. You see the one I was looking at myself the other day. There's a platform right here. And if you look at it, it doesn't look quite bad, huh? Simple traffic. Drive visitors to your blog. Drive huge amounts of visitors. And the reason why I was looking at it is because of the price. The price was not very expensive, and it's just something I'm going to test out, because that's something that you as a marketer, as a business owner, you're going to test out certain things every single day, every week, to see if there's something that you can add to some of the strategies and some of the things that you're doing on your day-to-day basis. Now, what I was going to do is I was going to take this and take the $15 or the $30 per month plan and just start it and let it roll every month to see if I can build my email list a different way. Now, that's what I was going to do with that platform. It's something I can also create another account, a separate account, kind of like I did with My Lead Gen Secret. It just sent all of that traffic to ClickBank or to another place. Now, that's something that you can test out on your own time. But there are other platforms out there where you can get traffic from. You get mobile traffic. You can use Facebook traffic. Even on YouTube, where you watch this video, there are YouTube ads on these videos. So that's a traffic source that a lot of people are using to pay to get customers. Now, also, Unpassive is going to have a traffic network. Now, how are they going to be doing it? Again, it's going to be AI powered. Now, we're not talking about Facebook, where we're going to be holding your information and collecting all this data. It's pretty much going to be AI driven And again, I don't know all of the ins of the outs, but I'm going to explain it the best way I can to get you to understand that everything in here is going to be AI. I want you to understand that the traffic is going to be better. I would think it's going to be better, in my opinion, from old traffic. Why would I say that? Because the owner of the company used to be in network marketing. He got so tired of network marketing that he got tired of the companies with the BS. He got tired of the companies that were lying. The companies who would change the comp plan in the middle of the month, saying we're going to cut your money in half. And a lot of guys are just tired of that. So this is a guy who was kind of like, even Russell Brunson, who created ClickFunnels, was at one time a marketer. A lot of the guys, they get tired of the things that go on in the network marketing space. They say we're going to create our own product. Russell created Pickbank. The owner of this company, who was Oscar Farrer, he created Unpassive. Unpassive is going to be a revolutionary tool. You're not going to want to miss the launch or even the free products that they have that are going to be coming up available. And if you want to, you can just send me your information. You can contact me and let me know that you want me to let you know when it launches. You can just text me or email it, and I'll put your name to the side. I'm not going to put it in any database. I'm just going to put it to the side, and once everything launches, I'll just send you the information and let you know that the Unpassive site is launching and that everything is good to go with the first couple of free products and the other products that are going to be there as well. So, old traffic, we're going to move right along to Oh My Life. It says reliable, secure, and private. So I'm not sure exactly what that one is about. Have to look into that one a little bit more. Oh Host. It's pretty much a hosting tool. It's kind of like one of those domain hosters, or where you host your website. I can't remember the name of those as well. I really don't use a lot of those particular sites. That's why I can't remember a lot of those names off the top of my head. So it's also a hosting platform. If you see YouTube video ads, sometimes you'll see they'll talk about doodling. They have a doodling platform / app where you can create a doodle. And the last one they have is Booking, your favorite booking site. Now I think it's going to be kind of like for booking plane tickets, booking hotels. That's what I'm thinking, but it may be different. And these are just some of the tools. These are just the tools they have on the site. Now, all these tools were not here when I first started. There were probably 10 or 15, and now there's more. And they still have more that they're working on behind the scenes. And that's it for the Unpassive website. I'm going to move right along to another website. And this one is talking about Unpassive. And we're going to kind of go into what Unpassive is on this particular site. And we're going to move on to the next one after this. I don't want to make this an hour long, so I'm going to try to move along and not create all of the extra. So, Unpassive is an independent business. However, you can connect to any business and let Unpassive work for you. And also, something else I forgot to mention is, I'm not sure this is going to be rolled out to everyone, but if you decide that you want to be a business partner, or if you want to share the system, now me myself, I am a founder. Again, I'm not sure this is going to apply to people coming after that because I'm not clear on it. But I know me as a founder, since I've joined, since I've already paid, it was a one-time fee, no monthly fees, and it was just $97. That's it, just $97 one time. I'm not paying $97 a month for tea. I'm not paying $97 a month for vitamins. I'm not paying $97 a month for auto ship with these lotions and potions. So it's $97 one time that I paid a year ago. And because I paid that $97, what the company is going to do for all the founders is not just only we're going to be the only people allowed to promote the platform until they open it up again for other people who want to share it, is they're also going to be sending traffic to our links for us, which means they're going to be promoting our links so the company can still grow, which means that's going to be free traffic outside of anything that I decide to do when I share the platform. So that's going to be free traffic. And if it's AI powered, I'm guaranteeing you, well, I can't guarantee you, but I'm saying that it's going to be more bonuses for me. What do I mean by that? More bonuses for me is going to be people who decide to sign up. People who are going to like the platform. It's not going to be any, I don't think it's going to be any BS inside of the platform. As you can see, these tools are legit. And I know probably some people are like, well, I've never seen them. I don't see the tools. Well, how can I get access to them? You can't right now. You can't get access to them until they launch. Only the founders have access to some of the tools that are going to be launched here in the next couple weeks before the end of this month, if I'm not mistaken. The founders already have access to some of those tools, if not all of them already. And we're kind of playing around with them, and we're kind of getting the kinks out of those tools before they launch. So we have access to some of those already. Now, the old mail is also going to be an AI power, which is going to prevent you from having to spam. I have a Yahoo account, and I have a Gmail account. There's a lot of spam in those boxes. How would you like to have an email account with no spam? I've been using the old mail account for how long? For maybe a couple months, and I haven't got any extra emails besides the ones that I've actually given my email address to. How would you like to have that email address where you don't have to worry about 1,000 emails coming to your inbox every day and you didn't ask for them? There's no ads inside of it, like when you go to Yahoo and there's all these ads popping up. It's a clean site. You don't have to worry about the spam. If you're tired of spam, that's something else that you can just check out once they open up. But let's go ahead. Great news. Our beloved CEO, Ashby Fires, what I mentioned a minute ago, gave us a great chance. We'll be launching 9 of the products in August, 3 more in September. Now, that's something else I remember him saying. If you're going to be kind of launching some of the products, it's going to be a slow launch on the other products until they're where he wants them to be. And then he's kind of like projecting that he'll probably be doing this. But if there's going to be setbacks, there's going to be setbacks, and he'll just push it back. Because he doesn't want to launch and give you guys a product that doesn't work. It's not going to meet the highest of expectations. It's not going to give you the thing that he wants to give you, which is quality. He's not just waiting to a couple of years to launch this thing and then have it to fall apart because the tools aren't what they need to be, or they're not up to par, or they don't work correctly. And again, it's AI, so these tools are not something you can go out and just get a cookie cutter AI code or get someone to build. This is all built from the ground up. This is not anything that someone already has and they stole the code and they tried to rebuild the site. This is something they built from the ground up to work the proper way. Okay? It'll be launching 9 of the products in August. Now, we don't have a date on that just yet. It may be pushed back. Right now, we know it's going to be launching in August. 3 more in September. We already know this and are waiting for it. As you know, the door to being a founder is closed forever. Now, I think the founder position is closed, but I think it's going to be, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be positions opening up where I don't think it's going to be a founder, but I know it's going to be people who if you want to share the program, if you want to be an affiliate, I think that's going to open up later. If not, then the door you won't be, unless I kind of messed it up. I've heard them say they're going to probably open it up again, unless they changed it, or unless the owner decided that he doesn't want to open it up. Everyone who comes in after that is just going to be a member of the platform. Whatever he decides, I'm okay with. If he wants to bring on more affiliates, that's fine. If he wants to not bring in more affiliates and just only let the founders make all of the income that comes in from being a founder, then I'm okay with that as well. Okay, he said they did not make as you know, the doors to being a founder is closed forever, and we have something pending, founders accounts. For that reason, they did not make the payment. Now, what that means is people actually create an account and they did not make a payment. I think that part is closed as well. What they're doing, that part is closed. No one can be a founder outside of the founders that's already here. So that part is closed for now. So no one who is not inside as a founder right now cannot get one of those accounts. Now, this part I'm not going to read because that's something that kind of touched about already. We got here, this is a last minute change for those smart people. I think this hasn't been updated because that's already been something that's been changed. If you're serious about being involved on passive instead of being a reseller or a customer, you will be able to be an old founder. So I think that position is already gone for now. So he says he has a few of those accounts. It was a 102 at the time he made the video, at the time he made this site or decided to edit it. And okay, he's just telling you what you need. Okay, here we go. I may click this video and may play it for just a second. If you send an email, I will inform you of the updates. When can you be a reseller or customer? When will a product be launched? What is next? And something else I can do, if you decide to give me your email, just go ahead and let me know why you want to be want me to keep you updated on Onpassive. And I'll send you the updates, what I find out, and the information that I can share. I'll send it to you through email or text, whichever way you decide to leave your contact info. You can just text it or email me to my information below this video. Now let's go ahead and watch this. It's going to 2 minutes.
Mindset. We're going to win, and that's it. So if you remember the following, like I'm just going to read all of that. Do it or die. Remember that word? Stacking the cool. Onpassive is a beacon of hope for humanity. Oh, bless. Lifting up humanity. AI with heart. It's a done deal. CAD mode. OMV, over market value. See you at the very top where your ears will pop. Unpassiveers, Unpassivians, Crowdinaires, founders, hybrid data centers, innovative labs.
Okay, now this video sounds a little bit older, so I'm not sure when it was made, but it sounds like an old video. There's going to be another video I'm going to be showing, but I have to find it because it was a video that we saw. It's already on the internet, so I'm just going to share it with you guys once I find it. And it's a very exciting video. It's showing one of the ways that they were getting their name out. And I never would have thought of this way to advertise. I didn't even think this was possible. But I'll find the video. I'm going to try to show it to you ASAP. If I forget, I'm going to have to write it down. If I forget, just remind me in the comment section. Hey, you forgot to make the video showing how they're promoting themselves, and just say in let me see, where was it at? It was in Dubai. Just write it in the comment section. You forgot to show the video about Onpassive in Dubai, and I'll make that video. And I'm gonna do everything I can to remember that, because I know that video is inspiring. The video it shows the technology changes. It shows what's possible. It shows the revolution and the way we're going as technology changes time and time again. Now this is another video. I might play it for like a couple seconds. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can build wealth and earn cash flow with no obligation to sell anything. 4 minutes, I'm not going to play it over.
Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how you can build wealth and earn cash flow with no obligation to sell anything.
And what they mean by that is kind of what I was explaining a minute ago, where I was talking about how, if as a founder, once I join, the company's going to be sending traffic to my links that's already in the system. They're going to be sending traffic to those links, so that I don't have to pay for that. It's going to be a free service now. As far as I understand, it's going to be a free service that they're going to be providing for all of the founders, where they're going to be sending traffic to our links, which is going to, and then it's going to, and the bottom line is going to get them more business as well. Because we know we don't get 100%. It's pretty much a percentage of what's going to be, is what kind of like any other platform where you're referring something, you're going to get a percentage of it, and the rest goes to the company for the company to stay in business. So we're going to get a percentage of what comes in, and the rest are going to go to them. So it's actually beneficial for any company to do that, but I don't think companies just don't do that. They don't just say, okay, since you're a member, we're going to send traffic to your site for free because we already know how to do it. But I guess that's the problem. Most companies don't know how to do it, so they refer on the affiliates alone. But the owner of this company, he knows how to get traffic. He was a top earner in one of the companies, and he just decided to do this thing here. So let's go ahead and keep watching this video.
And yes, the best part is, it's all done for you. I'm talking about a complete never-before-seen digital internet solution that ensures everyone succeeds regardless of your backgrounds or abilities.
And I also forgot, when I first joined, they had links in the back office to landing pages and webinars that were already made for you. So you didn't even have to create that. The landing pages that you see on ClickFunnels, the landing pages you see on the other pages, they're already made for you. All you have to do is go in and click the link and share the link. That's how easy it is. I don't think they're going to do away with it, but they may or may not. I don't think they will, because they still want us to share the platform with other people. But all this is already done. All you do is you copy a link, you paste the link. Whether you want to show them a webinar or whether you want to show them like a landing page, all that stuff's already done. All you have to do is, if you would have got in before, which is it's late now, but if you could have got in before, and there were some people who left as well because they didn't believe in the vision, they didn't see it. They kind of thought that was gonna it was BS. They kind of fell for the okie doke, or fell for the hype that the company is somehow scamming you, because they pretty much gave everyone who wanted to leave their money back. No one can say that they didn't get their money back. He gave every single person who wanted a refund. That's what happened. So if someone is saying that they didn't get their money back, they more than likely they're telling something. They're not telling you something else. But back to the video.
You'll love this one-stop business solution. Please keep watching. Company name and CEO. The company name is Onpassive.
Now look at that. The company has a launch. They already have a name on this building. I'm not sure which one it is. They also have a building in Florida. If you go to the bottom of the original site, I think I closed it, all of the locations are at the bottom of the page. You have US, in Orlando, you have India, Hyderabad, you have Singapore, you have Dubai. So they have 4 offices already open, and they have not launched yet. They have over 1 million customers right now, which is us, the founders, because we've already put into it. So they're already launching. That's why you heard them say in the original video, OVM, over value market. I think it's that what he said. I think I just butchered that. OMV, over market value. That's what he said. And that's when you launch a company. Before that company even starts, you already are projected to be valued more than what the company's worth. Now let's get back to this site so I don't stay on this site for another hour. What is Onpassive? Onpassive is the best and most complete online marketing business, 100% done for you, as you heard me say a minute ago. The majority, if you want to join as an affiliate, as you want to join someone who doesn't mind sharing stuff, I mean, think about it for a second. If you go to the movie theater and that movie was good or whether it was bad, you're gonna tell someone about that movie, because most of the time people are gonna ask about it. How was that movie? Okay, you're gonna tell them whether it's good or bad. So you're either giving a good review or you're giving a bad review, but you're still giving a review, and that review turns into a referral. Because majority of the time, the person said to you, if that movie was good, well, man, I'm gonna go see it too when I get a chance. So guess what you just did? You just gave someone, in this particular scenario, the movie theater, you gave them a referral for free. When you see people who are saying they're affiliates or network marketers, they're pretty much just referrals. They're pretty much just referring people. And you're either going to give a good referral or a bad referral. And that's all it pretty much is sharing. Now, I don't agree in the network marketing space where people are just hounding you. They're borderline harassing you to get you to join their platform, because more than likely you're going to leave anyway. So those tactics are horrible tactics. I don't agree with that at all. But if someone is trying to share something with you because they like it, because they're trying to get you to they're just trying to share it with you so you can see and make a decision whether you want to join or not. There shouldn't be any need for someone to harass you about something. Like right now, I'm talking about this on this video with you. If you like it, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine as well. Neither one of us is going to lose any sleep. So it's like, okay, that's fine. You're not going to hurt any feelings. It's just like a yes or no, and then we move on. There's nothing else to be done. And that's pretty much just referring a platform. I mean, most of the platforms you see me refer on my channel are ones that I have experience with, and the ones that I like. Like if you look at my other videos, I have like 4 or 5 that I like, and I'm still looking for other ones, because I'm always looking for something that can be affordable for most, and something that is just new, something that's different, something that you can look at and like, okay, this is not for me. And if I'm showing you guys 4 platforms, there's probably 4 more out there that you can look at and like, okay, these 4 aren't for me, but maybe one of the next 4 may be for me. Maybe Onpassive may be for you. And as I said, once they launch, there's going to be some free. There's going to be a part that's going to be free for you as well, so you don't have to come in off the gate paying. And that's something else we're going to have to. They're going to tell us about as well. So that I don't think that will change, but if it does, I'll come back and I'll update it. If not, I'm sure someone will remind me. Please watch a few of the videos below to find out what Onpassive is and why we are so confident about our financial future. And that's something else. There are people inside of here who've referred quite a bit of people. So once Onpassive launches, some people are going to make a pretty decent amount of money. But that's not really our main focus. Our main focus is going to be creating a change. We're trying to create a legacy, not just financially, but this is going to be something that we want to do to change the world. It's going to be able to change a lot of these countries where they don't have a lot of money. Like a lot of people that's in Onpassive are not just in the U.S. As you saw the locations of those buildings, there are people in UK, there are people in Canada, it's UK, Canada, Australia, there's people in Dubai, there's people in Africa, there's people in so many different countries. And I didn't know this, but the other day I found out on one of the live streams that there's some countries they don't even have access to properly communicate with their loved ones. So if they leave, they're going somewhere, there's no way for them to properly communicate. And if they do, it's so expensive they can't even afford it. So living here, I live in the U.S. There's a lot of things we have that are absolute luxury. I didn't even know until there are some parts of the country that don't even have electricity as of right now. And we're living in 2022. And I think sometimes in the U.S. we see things so much, and we've been having things for so long that we just get stuck and hung up, and we get kind of spoiled on things that we have, and not even realize that most people don't have the basic things that we have, like water that's mostly purified, electricity. Those are things that we take for granted. And that's some of the things that you can just take take one of these charities and just help them out. Or you can create your own charity, and you can have that option once on Passive Lunches. You can do what it is that you're passionate about. Moving right along. I'm not even halfway down the page. Unpassive is a disruptor in every true sense of the word. What we have accomplished and are completing is historical. We are not messing around. We are creating history. We are creating value that will make you successful beyond your imagination like never before. Now, I didn't read this before I started, but a lot of the things that are being said are things that are lined up with what I just said a second ago. But they're just saying it kind of in a different terminology. It's a disruptor company. It's a unicorn. There isn't one like this in the world that I know of. If you know one, comment down below and let me know the name of it so I can check that one out as well. We are on passive income. How about you? Now, I guess these are just some bullet points about the platform. Everyone makes money whether they work or not. And that's what I was saying earlier. As a founder, they're going to be sending traffic to my site. They're going to take care of that. All I have to do is pay the $97 and pretty much come back and make sure I'm up to date on all of the things so I will know what's going on. So my biggest thing that I have to do is make sure I stay informed. And I'm not going to lie. I've been badly informed because I wasn't there, and I'm getting back into it now. That's why I'm making these videos, so I can get myself back informed so I can present the correct information to you guys about this company that's about to launch. It's not just about the money for me. My mother died last year, so I wanted to start something for her. My father died about 4 or 5 years ago. He was in the military. My brother-in-law died a couple years ago, and he was in the military as well. So it's things that I think I have things that I want to do for all three of those people in my life who touched my life and have been a part of my life, that I want to reach out and touch others in certain categories, in certain situations. Even my immediate family, my brothers and sisters, I still want things that I want to do for them. So I do have a vision. I do have a plan. I do have goals of things that I want to do once this platform launches, and the things that I'll be able to do. Now, it's a real company with real products that everyone in the world needs and wants. Now, in the beginning, the people did not believe, oh, it's a scam because they don't have a building. There is a scam because the product hasn't launched yet. It's a scam because they're 1, 2, 3 years in and they're not seeing any results. And people left because they didn't believe. But now we're very, very close to launching. All done for you: traffic, marketing, sales, etc. Not even daily tasks needed. So you don't have to have a what do they call it? This is a DMAO, a daily mode of operation, or daily method of operation, or you're doing these certain steps every single day. Now those things actually work because you're actually conditioning yourself to do certain things every single day. It's going to be positive and productive for your business. So that's a good thing. But with this, you don't really have to do it, but I'm still going to do it anyway. Why? Because I want to have success. I want my family to have certain things. I want the people outside of me to have certain things. I want to be able to bless people who I don't even know. I want to be able to walk up somewhere and say, okay, well, someone may be in line trying to buy something at the grocery store, maybe at a furniture store. Okay, today I want to bless you with this. I may even go into a church and bless someone's child with a whole 4 or 5 years of private school. Those are some of the things you do when you have income coming in that you have a plan for, that you have, that you want to give it away. You want to bless someone else. You don't just want to receive the blessing. You actually want to be a blessing. There's an unlimited income potential. Now, this is actually true because there's going to be so many people that are going to come into this platform. Because a lot of people, including business owners, they like tools that work. They like platforms that work, and they like them at a price that's reasonable. They like them at a price that's not going to hurt them. And most people like things that are positive, things that are moving in that direction. As this is just going to be in the launch phase. So things will get better. They're going to be tweaking some things. Even as I talked about the website got tweaked since the last time I was on it. I'm sure it's going to be more than once a week coming real soon here. But those are just some of the things that are working on. So guess how many people they need to do all this? They can't do this with 5 people. They can't do it with 10 people. They have people in each one of these locations that are working on this day and night, tirelessly working on these particular platforms to get them up and running, so this business can be around. And it's also being plans. There are also plans for not just now, but for the future. For Ash Mufar's kids, for his kids' kids. So this company is not just playing around with just, we're here today and we're going tomorrow. There's another reason why they took a while to launch, because they want to make sure all of their ducks are in a row. They want to make sure everything legally was done the correct way, not just financially, but legally. They want to make sure all the terms and conditions were met, the terms of service, the income potential. They want to make sure everything was like this one network says, this one news network. We want to make sure that it's fair and balanced. It is completely automated using the latest AI technology. Long-term, stable, residual, recurring income. Leave a legacy. No one will quit. It is legally compliant and operates in every country. And that's what I was just talking about. He's making sure it's compliant. Hurry up and lock your spot. Early birds will benefit more. Now, this is pretty much past that point. You're not pretty much going to get in now. And this is what I was talking about one of the webinars. If you go on YouTube and you look up O Founders or Go Founders on Passive, the main guys you want to look for are this guy. There's another guy named Redfern. They make videos almost every single day because they're in it. They have more information than I do. I'm not going to BS you, because they've been in it for a while, for a couple of years. They've been going to all the webinars. They actually have their own webinars once a week, talking about the things that are happening, the things that are going on, and the latest updates from Onpassive. And this says it's a guest webinar, last business you will ever need. And I believe that is true. Once they launch, this is going to be something that's going to be awesome. This is going to be a benefit, not just for me as being a part of it, it's also going to be a benefit for the customers who come and join. For the tools, those tools, there's tools that I'm using right now. The one that I'm using right now, I have to pay for, even though it's not very expensive. If I can get a tool, get all of those tools in one place and it's a reasonable price, then guess what I'm going to use? I'm going to use the tools that's more reasonable. Now, short overview of Onpassive, and I'm going to move on to the next one. Now, Dr. Michaels is talking about Onpassive. Now, this is a guy, he kind of I think he works in the tech field, so let me see if he's saying something about, because I watched one of his webinars before. He gave us some great information on the platform. Now, let's go ahead. I think he was saying something about the financial part. He just said, now there's different types of people in this, that are part of the team on Passive. Now, we have people in here who are engineers. We have people in here who are in the accounting. So if they talking about numbers, when they're talking about AI, technical stuff, these are not people who are just guessing. These are people who work in the field, so they kind of already know where technology is and where it can be and where this company is going to be. And they pretty much have a better understanding of why it's taking a while to launch the platform. So let's see if we can play this for a little bit. If it's not too long, I'll let it play all the way through. But right now, I'm just going to try to play a minute or two, maybe not that much, and let's see what he's talking about. 10 minutes, not going to play that. Not playing
to get to a unicorn company, but
and didn't I just say unicorn company not long ago? There's a lot of things that popped up that I said a minute ago.
we are going to be strong right from the start. With we've got 557,000 founders, so the company will be starting with a bang.
And this kind of sounds like in the beginning. And this is what I was talking about earlier, the Zoom calls with the conferencing tool that I was talking about on the other page. It was kind of like Zoom. So they're actually working on a tool that's going to be similar to Zoom. So Zoom is going to have some competition. A lot of these companies that have been not being updating things, they've been not taking care of their platform. Onpassive is coming in and they're not playing no games. If they're not doing what they're supposed to do, they're going to lose a lot of customers, and they're also going to have great competition. So I want to try to see if I can skip to where he starts to talk. This kind of sounds like one of the beginning, if I'm not mistaken.
I would like to introduce you to our guest speaker. We do have a few guests on here today, which we're really honoured to have. But our main guest speaker is Michael Williams, AIM, automatic internet millionaire from Canada. Michael will give you a overview of OnPassive.
Now, once he starts talking, I'm not going to play this whole 10-minute video. If you want to watch the clip, let me see. If you want to watch the clip, come to this site, onpassivebusiness.com, to get the info about this particular link, or you can just go to YouTube, which you're probably going to take a while to search it because it looks like an older video. I've seen him in a lot of the Unpassive videos, but this looks like an older video because normally this is a whole full screen full of people. It's normally like 20 to 30 people on the screen. So this kind of sounds like this was in the beginning launch, beginning phases.
Then afterwards we'll chat with people and have a Q&A. So welcome, Michael. Thank you for being on here.
Thank you so much, Yvonne. It's always my pleasure anytime I get an opportunity to be able to speak with regards to OnPassive. So it certainly is my pleasure to be here with you. Okay, so let's get right into it. I'll just give you a quick overview. For those of you who are new, as we go through this overview, I'd like you to just think about this. I want you to think about, how your life, would change. How would you live your life if in the next 24 months, money was no longer an issue, right? Warren Buffett, multi-billionaire, most people, if not all people, know who Warren Buffett is. And he says that if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Okay, so again.
And that is a true statement. I want you to look around you, and the older people who are still working. As I said, I'm in the U.S. I see older people working in McDonald's. I see older people working at Walmart as greeters. I see older people working when they should be retired because they did not manage their money well, or maybe they had something that happened to them. Maybe they lost a spouse, and he was making all the money. But something happened where they got to the point where they had to work at an older age, which is not something that you want to be doing. It's something that I don't plan on doing. So this is one of the plans that I have to actually help you with that. And as he was saying, like if Warren Buffett said, if you work to the day you die, if you're not making money while you sleep. That's why I love the passive income. Go back to my other videos and see me talk about these platforms where you make passive income, making money while you sleep. I don't have to do anything but put money in those crypto platforms, and the money just comes back to me. I don't have to do anything but check the account to make sure that some of them haven't disappeared. And that's kind of why you don't see me make as many of the HYIP videos, because I don't want to keep checking every single day to make sure these companies have not just up and gone. That's why I have these 4 or 5 companies that I'm rocking with. There's going to be a couple more that I add once I check them out and vet them that I'm going to bring to you guys, because some of you may not like the ones I have, so I'll bring you some other ones. Because of the passive income. All I do is put money in the account and they make the money for me. That's the easiest thing in the world. It gets no easier than that. And this system is going to be the very same way, just like the other platforms that I've had on my channel. The only difference is I don't have to put any extra money in. I've already paid it up front, the $97. And there's some other things that goes into that part as well, but all I had to do to get started was $97. Now we're just waiting for the launch. And then I can make passive income and not even having to market this program or platform with all of these tools. The other platforms, I'll have to do that if I want to get commissions off of, or get other people to join, which is gonna benefit them as well. That's what I like about a lot of the platforms. It's not just beneficial to me like a lot of those MLM companies. It's not just beneficial to me. It's beneficial to everybody who joins. It's beneficial to all of you. Not just myself, where I'm just making money off of you. You get to come in and you get to enjoy the tools and the services. And if you want to share it yourself, you can share it. But the other platforms, you put your money in and the money spits back out. It's almost like an ATM where you just put your money in the ATM and you come back next week and they give you your money plus the profits.
If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Former US President Bill Clinton, he says that because of the power of the internet, people can take a small amount of money and they can turn it into large sums of money. Okay? A small amount of money and they can turn it into large sums of money because of the power of the internet. So let's talk about how to make money using the power of the internet. The internet is the great equalizer. Okay? It is a great equalizer because it encompasses the two things that
I kind of skipped ahead a little bit because I don't want to watch this whole 10-minute video, even though he may be sharing a lot of great information. I may have to do that in a separate video when I come back and just show you this whole entire video. That'll be something else that I can come back and I can share with you guys. This particular video about Onpassive, that's going to be another video I can make for another day. Let me go ahead and play some more of this, and then we'll try to move right along.
Or both. But there's a problem. The problem is that most of us don't like selling.
Right.
We don't want to sell, or we just can't sell, and most of us can't.
Or most of us are just bad at it. As he said, we don't know how to sell.
Can't build a team of customers. So this is.
That's right. That's why 97% of people fail in network marketing. That's a stat that's been proven. 97% of people fail in network marketing. That is a very large number. Out of 100 people, 3 people are successful. 3 out of 100.
This is where Onpassive comes in. Onpassive is a 100% hands-free, completely done-for-you business that was started in July of 2018. That's when the idea came about with regards to Onpassive. And Onpassive is set up in such a way that active or passive, everyone gets to win. Okay?
I'm just going to stop right there because my video is getting close to being an hour long. I didn't plan on it being that long, but I'm just going to take this and create into another video so I can show you guys what he's talking about, so I can give you that information as well. I don't want to not give you everything so you can make a educated decision if you haven't made one already. I just want to keep sharing and showing you guys what this company is all about and what it's doing and what is going on in here. Give me just a second. Okay, moving right along. Onpassive is an IT company with products based on AI. I'm going to skip some of this. You can come back and read this in your own leisure. More videos, possible earnings, the chat with Dr. Michael. How can a small business benefit from Onpassive? This is the founder, Mr. Ashmore Farah. I'm probably just going to come back and create separate videos going through some of these other videos and showing you what's going on with these particular videos. But there's updated videos on YouTube every single day. And I'm getting into this as well so I can give you guys updates on Onpassive and kind of show you what's going on with Onpassive. Now I'm finished with this. Let's move along to the last site. Now this site I'm going through is going to be a little bit different. This is a guy who's saying Onpassive, the MLM Review 2022 update, 8 things you need to know. Now one, in the title he's saying it's an MLM Review. This company is not an MLM company. It's pretty much a company that's pretty much going to launch and it's going to have products and it's going to allow us to share those products. If you go to a company, you wouldn't call Walmart an MLM company. You wouldn't call Target an MLM company. You wouldn't call Blockbuster before they passed. You wouldn't call them an MLM company. You wouldn't call Netflix an MLM company. So a lot of times I think there's too much of overflow and too much conflating of companies that are they're similar, but they're not the same. I'm not sure why he thinks it's an MLM, but there are companies who have an MLM field, they have an MLM compensation plan, all those particular things, but we don't even know what the compensation plan is in. So I don't know how he came to the conclusion that this is an MLM company. And I don't, when I make these type of videos, when I'm talking about people who talk about things that they really, pretty much like a negative thing, I don't really hate them. I just try to point out the things that I know, because I'm a part of the platform, so I can give you an inside look, and not just because I'm trying to sell you, because I want you to make an informed decision. A lot of times the people who make these type of videos, they just kind of guess because they don't know, or they may have been a part of it and they decided to get out. So I'm just going to go through it and see if I can find these 8 things that he was saying that we need to know. Let's see, the table of contents. What is Onpassive? How does Onpassive function? Onpassive products. This may be kind of older as well, because some things do change often in the platform, so everything may not be here. What he liked is a distinct offering and already gaining traction. Well, pretty much the traction is over 1 million founders, which is pretty much the customer base as of now. The traction is 4 buildings, and they're possibly adding. What he didn't like is there's no product or service. And see, he doesn't know it's a product or service because he's not a member. Since I'm a member, I have access to those products and services that I can log in and show you right now. but I don't think I'm able to. I'm going to have to verify that I can or I can't before I make that video, because there are things that we cannot show and cannot do, which will get us in trouble because the company is also working with the government. So there are things that we cannot show, but I can assure you that there are products that are there. What I'll do is I'm going to get my email address, and you can email me if you want. That'll be, that's the proof that this is at least one of the products, which is going to be the old mail that you saw, and you can send me an email through old mail. Contact me that way. So there are products that are in the process of launching. There are products they're putting the finishing touches on. There are products that they're still developing, that they're still working on. So if you go to the site, some of those products, some of them right now, they just have a coming soon page because they're still developing. They're still getting all the things together with them. So it says it lacks critical information. Now I'm not sure what he means by that, so I can't really comment on it. And he says hidden monthly expenses. There really isn't any hidden monthly expenses. Now we know there's going to be a price, and because the company hasn't launched yet, I mean, why would I put a price out right now when I'm not sure? Even though we have a date for us, I don't want to say we're going to launch. Let me just say this: I don't want to tell you that I'm going to launch tomorrow, and the price is going to be $100 a month, and I don't launch tomorrow, and it's going to be $150 a month. I want to make sure all of my eggs are in a row before I launch the company. I want to make sure that everything is going to be at a price point where everyone can do what they need to do. I want to make sure that everything is the way I want it to be before I launch my company. So he's saying that the hidden monthly expenses. Now he's kind of talked about some of that in the webinar where he's on, but he still hasn't given us the price point yet. Even in the webinars, which if they were, I still probably can't give it to you right now. But he hasn't even given us those price points yet because he hasn't really made that decision yet. So I'm pretty sure before he launches, he's going to come with all the information. And I'm sure he doesn't want people jumping the gun and just throwing around numbers. So he wants to make sure all of that stuff is in order. So it's not really a hidden fee, just not giving information. So you can call it hidden if you want, but it's not really hidden. And because we are founders, we have some of this information that a lot of people don't have, because you don't have access to Mr. Farr, because they don't have access to these proprietary webinars that we're on. They don't have that information. So it's not really hidden, they just don't have it. Chances are you heard about Onpassive because someone, a friend or a family member, introduced you to the company. Maybe you attended, an online workshop or webinar, or maybe an in-person information session. Your head's probably spinning. You might be the first time you've heard about a real way to make money outside of a typical job. First off, congratulations. You've just entered a whole new world. Now, one thing I will say about a lot of these particular types of websites, or even we find them on YouTube, the one thing I normally see is when they're making a video about one company that's negative, what they'll do is they'll try to introduce you to something different, which is kind of like a redirect. They'll say this company's bad, this company has all these issues, come check out this company that doesn't have these same issues. But all companies have issues, all platforms have issues, all products and services have a positive and a negative. Which one are you willing to work with? Which one are you willing to do? And that's pretty much what a lot of these people do. They'll make a website and they don't really know anything about it, because there was a platform I was a part of years ago, and they actually told the people as an affiliate of those platforms, what you do is you make a negative video about another service. You get these bullet points, you do a little bit of research, and you make your videos or your blogs, and you sell your platform off of creating negative information about another company that you don't even know about. So that's one of the things I think is disingenuous about a lot of these people. Now, I don't know if that's him. I'm not saying it's him, but I kind of remember that when I saw this, when I was kind of going through it, and I just remembered that a lot of people do that. Instead of actually creating a site or a blog talking about the company they want you to join, what they'll do is create a negative light around other companies and other platforms and services, and then say, if I were you, I would take a look at this because of blah, 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 blah. Now, let me try to find these other platforms, these other 8 points. I see something here. Let me see about what it is. To help you find a better way before it's too late. So what if there was a way you could build a passive income stream that's actually passive, an income stream that doesn't require inventory, selling to friends, selling to strangers, recruiting people, dealing with questionable products that ways in your countries, an income stream that brings in consistent revenues every single month, blah blah blah. It kind of looks like he's already doing that. I didn't think that was going to happen right away. But it looks like he's kind of already going into his spiel where he's kind of get you to join something else. And okay, if that's something sounds like something you'd be interested in, check out digital real estate. And he's showing a check right here. Now he's pretty much already promoting something else. And before he even goes to those points that he's promising to give you. Okay, what is Onpassive? I'm going to skip that because I kind of went through that already. How does it function? Onpassive uses adverts on their own internet marketing platform, which is believed to be powered by AI. So he's kind of saying believe because he doesn't know. And I'm not in the technology field, so I can't say I don't believe it's going to be. You can believe it or not believe it, and once we launch, you'll see once it launches. I also think that the whole business process is automated, which it mostly is. And you don't have to really promote anything. You can, but it's not mandatory. Furthermore, the company offers an affiliate program, which is a huge selling success for any company, not only for Onpassive. The company compensates those who refer and recruit others, and that part is absolutely true. There are a lot of companies that offer refer and give you a referral bonus when you refer. There are some restaurants that do that as well. If you're an Uber or a Lyft driver, you can do that with restaurants. The business has a distinct advantage in terms of advertising. Outside marketing does not cost the organization millions of dollars. The current members are already doing it, which pretty much says that the founders pretty much gave that money instead of going to outside marketers. Now the products, we already went through those. That was kind of short on the products. Let's see. Apart from the Onpassive business opportunity, you can't actually promote anything else, which means there are no retail products or business automation tools. Again, those tools were under construction, which means they're working on them. So that's why a lot of people seem to think that it's a scam, because they don't see the tools and they don't have access to the tools. Because the tools, you can't, like I said, you can't build an AI tool overnight. This is not something they're trying to launch and throw out, and kind of like you're throwing stuff against the wall and hope something sticks. They're not trying to do that. They're trying to make sure that everything is lined up correctly and succinctly, and make sure everything that they're doing is for a certain purpose to be in this space for a very long time. They're not just trying to. And that's a lot. That's probably what a lot of people think as well. They don't have any products. That's because you don't really have access to them. I'm gonna find out if I can make a video on that from someone who's already someone I would trust information from, and see if I can make videos and show the inside of the back office while I log in. Let me see if I can pull that up for you just quickly, so you can see even with the not Onpassive. Is that the right one? This is even going to show you what it looks like before we log into the site. I was just on a minute ago. Let me see. Not Onpassive. Sometimes I forget the name of the site because I don't go there often, like I was saying earlier, but I'm getting myself back into it. Hold on just a second. And this is what you get when you come. This is my login page. Just the only thing I'm going to show you is this. I'm not really going to log in because I don't want to get myself in trouble, and I don't want to get anyone any conflict. So you can check out this login page, which is all I can tell you, but I won't really give you any access to it. But right now, Onpassive believes in real business, real products, involve real employees. So when some people say, like he was saying, he didn't see any products, they're all real products. We just can't show them to you right now. Now this is the home page. A lot of times when you go here, it's going to make this sound. Let me see if I can get it to do it. Where's X? Okay. And that's just something they added to the site. Now, as you also saw, it's a different person. If I click this again, and that's something else that they've done. Like every time I click the refresh button, I press OK, someone shows up. It's just some of the things that they're working on that's a little bit different. But let's get back to this. I don't want to detour too far. My video is already an hour long that I did not want it to be. But it is what it is. If you're watching all the way to now, you might as well hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and leave a comment down below if you watch the video all the way to the end. I truly appreciate it. I really, really do. And I thank you for rocking with me. I thank you for listening to me and giving me the time of day for you to get yourself informed about another platform that could possibly even save you money or even help you to make money. If you're an affiliate marketer or a network marketer, you can use this platform and you can still get the traffic part. The old traffic can help your own business. If you have a business, if you have a platform, if you have a anything that you're trying to sell, you can pretty much use the traffic part, the link part, and the website part, and build all of that to help your own business, even if that's all you do. Now let's get back to these points that he has. I'm on number 3, which is the product. He says, apart from passive business, you can't actually promote anything else, which means there are no retail products, no business automation tools. Now, there are other things that the company is working on, but see, if you're in the end, which I am, I know there's more than what he's saying right here, but he doesn't really know, which I can't call him a name or just call him an idiot or something like that, because he just doesn't know. He doesn't have access to the information. So he's just only putting out what he kind of has an idea about, which is what he sees. There are no retail products, no business automation tools. Right now, the tools aren't on the site yet. This gets you in trouble with the FTC, because any MLM without a product eventually falls into the pyramid scheme category. Now, from what I'm understanding, the government is already, they're not doing an investigation. They're already involved with Onpassive. They're already there, so they're already looking into it. I don't think they'll be able to launch 4 buildings in 4 different countries if they thought it was a pyramid scheme. And there's going to be other things come out. I'll just leave that for another video. The affiliates can only provide membership circle access. This is also a red flag. I don't know what he means by membership circle access, which is called the red flag. I think what he's saying is because you can only get them. I don't know what that means. I'm not even going to get it. So I had no idea what he's talking about. He says a membership circle access. This type of company will fail when there are no more new recruits, because the business model is unsustainable and there are no products to earn money from. Now, they did decide recently, I think in the last 30 days or so, to stop allowing more people to join, because they want to cap. For whatever reason, he decided to cap at that number. So if he thought the company would fail, he wouldn't have stopped it. He would have if it was a scam, he would have kept allowing people to join. There would not been a cutoff point. And another thing, if he wanted to leave, he already has the money that we sent, so he could have already scammed us and left with all the money and not talk to us ever again. That's why I'm not convinced this is a scam. I'm not convinced that it's a pyramid scheme, but people have their opinions because they don't really have the all the information. And I'm not sure when he made this video. Did he make it like a year after they launched, 2 years after they launched? But there still was not a lot of information out about the platform, and people were still making their decisions. I think this video is when I looked it up, when I came to the site, I think it said it was this year when his blog was created. So even if it created a year ago, 3 years ago, he still wouldn't have the information that that I would have access to. Oops, I went too far. Onpassive comp plan. Now I'm not sure where he got these numbers from that I just saw, but there aren't any numbers, so I don't know where he saw that at. The system is built around a 3x10 grid. You must first purchase a spot within the structure to get a commission from others below you, often known as downlines. Now, I will say this. It does have an affiliate system, which I earn if someone joins under me. That's standard in affiliate programs. The only programs it's not standard in is affiliate marketing, where you're promoting one product, and most of the times you get paid once, or even residual. You may get paid more than once, but every single month. But there's no one under you. But the reason why I like these platforms is, one, you can help the person under you to earn money, and a lot of these platforms and comp plans don't really put you in a situation to do so. Two, you get to build a team. You get to interact with other people. You get to learn from them as well as they get to learn from you. So it's kind of like you're building your own little community. Three, the way this particular platform is set up for us as founders is, well, I'm not even going to say it because I don't even know if I can say that, but I know it's set up in a way for all of us to succeed. I'll say this. There are a lot of platforms, if you don't have, let's say these are the tiers. This is not even correct because we don't even have numbers for this. So I don't know where he got these numbers from. Let's say I joined at the $25 and the $125 level. And majority of companies, they have all these comp plans with these different levels. If you don't buy all of them, you only get paid off of these two. All I'll say is this platform is not that way. They're different. I'm not really going to go into it because I don't know if I can say it. That's why I'm saying I don't have I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get anyone in trouble. I don't want to get myself in trouble. So I'm not going to even go that far. That's as far as I'll go. I can get involved in the first two levels, and I'll still have access to the other two levels when people join on those levels. I'll just leave it like that. But The cost of joining on passive, the cost is $97, I think, plus that tax fee or whatever. During the pre-launch, you have found a position for $97. I don't have the complete details, what it's for, but I'm assuming it's to get a spot on the 4 matrix tiers on passive opportunity offers. Following the pre-launch, the price will be to be eligible. I'm not sure where he got this from, but this is a number that I don't even have access to. I don't know where this comes from. Now I'm gonna have to ask someone as well. Do they have these numbers, just to double check? But I don't remember hearing anyone talk about these numbers at all. But let's say these numbers are true. Let's say it's $500 a month at the top level. Would you pay $500 a month for all those tools that I showed you? Think about all of those. Think about 10 tools. Think about just 10 of them. $500 a month is like $5 a month for each. Or am I wrong? Let me see. No, that might be wrong. No, that's like $50 a month. I'm sorry, my math was kind of off a little bit. That's like $50 a month for each one of those tools. And those tools are AI powered. There's going to be things you get with those tools that you don't get with those standard tools that you see online. There's going to be certain things that you get. It's going to be an upgrade. Okay, now he says, let's hop on the next section where I'll discuss if I believe Onpassive is a scam and why. Is it a scam? He says, scam alert. Yes, it's a scam. Or he says, in my opinion, might be a scam. But those kind of things that people say when they believe it is, but they don't want to say it outright that it's a scam because they want to leave the possibility that it might not be. So they say it might be a scam. It's a possibility that it's a scam. And here's his key reasons why. There's no retail products available. Although they say they are an AI platform that automates business processes. If you want quality modern solutions, you must go somewhere else, in my opinion. Of course, sure, the company provides an advertising platform to acquire access as an associate member, but that doesn't mean it's an ethical business model. Now, as a member, if you were to join, if you had access to join, you would have access to those same tools that I have access to if I log into that account that I showed you earlier. Well, not about 15-20 minutes ago. Now, I have access to that, and he does not, so he doesn't really see it, he doesn't really understand it. He just, like a lot of people, there's another guy, and I forget his name, he made a video saying that he thinks it's a scam as well, because when you don't really have access to all of the information, you're kind of guessing, a lot of times you're probably going to end up wrong. But sometimes these guys are right, but in this situation, I pretty much wholeheartedly believe that they are. And that's my opinion as well. So let's see here. Sure, the blah blah blah. That means ethical. When you look at the FTC and what they say about MLM organizations, you'll see that you need to offer retail products to comply with the law. Onpassive has all the, I guess, telltale signs of a Ponzi scheme as it stands right now. If you want a wonderful business, read my recommendation. Again, like I was saying earlier, a lot of the people they take a site that's getting some buzz, it's getting a lot of attention, it's getting some traffic, that's pretty much getting a lot of views, and they jump in front of that traffic and they redirect you to where they want you to go. That's how a lot of guys make money on YouTube. If you go watch YouTube and you look up a platform, you'll say blah 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 is a scam. Those people don't really do. I don't know if that's him. I'm not putting him in that category. There are a lot of people who don't even do their research. They go look up the site, they write down a couple points, and they make those negative points about that, and then they redirect you to what they really wanted you to go to in the first place. But they decided to take a little time, and do a little bit of research, because even if you go through a lot of his points, it's not really a lot of details. It's like a couple sentences and he's on to the next one. Why I don't like MLM business models? Probably the same reason I don't like them. There's a ton of work to be done up front, no real guarantee of success. But if you think about it, any business, if you started your own McDonald's, if you started a Chick-fil-A, if you opened a grocery store, if you started a courier business, if you started driving 18-wheelers as an owner-operator, it's going to require the same thing. It's going to require a ton of, when you go to school, when you go to college, you're not getting paid to go to college. There's a lot of upfront work. There's a lot of studying. There's a lot of nights where you have tests. There's a lot of things you have to learn. You have to deal with a lot of different things in college. You don't get paid up front. You don't get the reward up front. Once you graduate and you get your degree, you find a job and you start getting paid. So you don't really get rewarded up front for any type of business or any business model. You're going to have to put in some work, pretty much a lot of times, a lot of work, and you may not see a lot of success in that work. So there's a ton of work to be done up front, no real guarantee of success, and most importantly, the actual commissions are pretty small. Now that's where I do agree with that. and some of the commissions are small, and they're not really enough. And there's people out there who got an MLM, and they built teams of thousands of people. I know a guy who actually showed me about the Onpassive thing, and that's what he was. He was like, he just got tired of building teams and waking up in the middle of the night. His compensation plan was cut in half. It was another company he was in like this year. This year he was in a company. It wasn't even an MLM company, and he was sharing the company. The company was helping people with certain ailments, and he said the FDA came in and told him they couldn't do it anymore, and the company was actually helping people because he said he used the product and the product actually worked, and the FDA came in and closed the company down. So that was what he was saying was a lot of things that are out of his control, and when things are out of control, that can happen. But this is where you kind of get into the space where you put things into control. That's why I talked about building an email list in some of my videos. Building an email list would be the best thing to do, so you can have control over what happens. But you still have to know how to do that and learn that as well. And if you want to learn it, just send me an email or contact me about that information as well. Now, the ton of work to be done up front, no guarantee of success, and most importantly, the extra commissions are pretty small. I want you to imagine someone who owns a restaurant. You think they're going to be working a lot of hours and not making a lot of money? Just during COVID, a lot of restaurants went out of business. That pretty much shows you the small margin that they make in profits. That also tells you why they don't pay a lot as a waiter or waitress, because their profits are not probably hardly any in the beginning. If it isn't a franchise with a business that just started, in the beginning they're not making a lot of money because you have to put the money down up front before you start the business. You have to get customers in the door. You have to get people ordering. You have to get people coming back. You have to have some kind of cash or some kind of thing for people to come back, which is great food, great service, wine, and all these other things. So think about that. There's nothing wrong with front loading the work and making the money later. If you're grinding out for 3 months and you're rewarded $50 commission, it's not really worth it. What if instead you could do the same 3 months of work in your spare time and your reward was $5,000 to $2,000 payment that came every single month? Now it sounds like he's going into promoting his little thing again. Okay, here he goes with this. He kind of throwing his little spills in here throughout all of the things that he's kind of enjoying here. He kind of put his link in there in between talking about those 8 points about Onpassive. Now, there are alternatives. Now, Amway, I looked at Amway a long time ago. Amway is they've been around for a very long time, but they're not the first MLM company. I don't know who is. At one time, my wife was in Mary Kay. I was a part of Herbalife, and I've never heard of Shakely. They're kind of new to me. So those are supposed alternatives, but that's because he thinks they're in MLM space. He seems to think that they're in that same company. There's a couple companies, or some, that people seem to think are in MLM spaces, but they're really not. I don't think they are, but if you think they are, I don't think they are, but if you do, just comment down below and let me know, and also let me know the reason why you think they are an MLM company. Now, number 8, pretty much it's not really about Onpassive. We just talked about his top recommendation for making money in 2022, which is more than likely going to be what he tried to redirect you to earlier, which also looks like it's the video over here with the same thing. Scam risk, #1 online business recommendation. So it pretty much really aren't even 8 things that he talked about. He's pretty much going right back into his other thing he's trying to redirect you to. So that's it. That's all, guys. If you watched all the way to the end, man, thank you. Shout out to you. If you're still listening to me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Comment down below and let me know you watched all the way to the end. I really, 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 truly appreciate you if you did. It's the Passive Income Trucker. I'm going to be making more videos like this about Onpassive, but I'm not going to make them hour and a half long. So no worries. I won't be making any more videos like an hour and a half long, unless I just get real carried away. Thank you once again. This is the Passive Income Trucker. I am